Hi, Dan Pope, Lubbock Mayor, here with a weekly update. Hope you've had a great week. We have a council meeting later today. Here's this week's agenda book. So just 600 and something pages of city business. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk, first of all, just a thank you. I sat in this week on a couple of our city boards, commissions. In fact, yesterday I was at the Market Lubbock LEDA board meeting, and as I walked away from that, I thought to myself how fortunate we are that we have citizens that are willing to serve on our boards. Next week, we have our Water Advisory Commission meets. Last week, I've had a chance to go to the Electric Utility Board or the LP&L board meeting. During a month, I try to stick my head in on as many of those as I can. I briefly visited the Audit Committee several weeks ago when they met. I guess two things. Thank you. Thanks to our citizens who serve today and have served in the past. This is a citizen-driven government. It's important that we have your involvement. The second, if you're interested in being involved, go to the city website and sign up. We've got a document that basically it's an application that where you express your interest, and we ask you to identify those boards that you most like to serve on. Okay, so just an idea today. Second thing. I was this week talking to a bunch of realtors, and they asked me, I was at an Exit Realty, I had a nice meeting with them, and they asked me at the end of the meeting a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, why do you think so many people are moving to Lubbock? What's behind all of our growth? And I really believe it's Texas Tech and our higher education community. I think it's a very healthy, robust healthcare sector. I think those are two big pieces of it. I think there's also some migration from other parts of eastern New Mexico and West Texas as they come to Lubbock maybe for healthcare, maybe for our airport, maybe for the cultural reasons, maybe to get close to grandkids. But I was reminded of a guy that I met while I was campaigning last winter, and he had recently moved here, and I asked him, I said, well, what brought you to Lubbock? He said, I came to Lubbock because it's such a great place. And I said, oh, tell me more. He said, well, I travel the Southwest and in a sales job, and I really can live wherever I choose to, but it makes sense to live in my territory, and Lubbock's in my territory. But he goes, I'm not from Lubbock. He goes, I grew up somewhere not in Texas. But he said, y'all don't realize how good you have it. He said, you've got great streets. It's relatively inexpensive to live here. Your tax rate is low. You've got Texas Tech and all that goes along with that. He goes, you've got a great art scene. He goes, I love live music. You've got live music. He said, Lubbock is just a treasure. And it made me reflect as I thought about that this week. And I wish I'd mentioned this when I was talking to the realtors, but we do live in a great community. And many of us take it for granted because we've been here so long. But take a bit of time today to pause and reflect on what Lubbock means to you and what a great community it is. I appreciate all of you. We appreciate your good ideas. We appreciate your thoughts and prayers. I'll talk to you next week.